Thank you for listening to the Golden Hour Drip podcast with me, Logan Lee Miller. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to the Golden Hour Drip podcast. I'm your host, Logan Lee Miller, and today the Barbie movie comes out. I've always loved Barbie. Growing up, I grew up with two sisters who were like my age, very, very close in age. So Caitlin is a month and 11 days younger than I am, and then Ashley is a year younger than us. And then I had my little sister, Lily, who just turned 18 this past July 14th. Actually, happy birthday, Lily. Now I called her on her birthday. Anyways, so we had all of the Barbies, Bratz, Polly Pockets. We were dolls, okay? We loved dolls. Maybe I love the dolls, okay? I love the dolls so much. I loved playing house. I loved to have them in their outfits. I thought it was so fun. We had the American Girl dolls. Polly Pockets were like camping. We were always camping with the Polly Pockets because they rent so easy. But Barbies and Bratz, they were kind of interchangeable for me. Barbies, honestly, I remember having this pink Barbie dollhouse and getting it for Christmas one year. So on my dad's side, I have cousins that are boys. I was the only girl cousin on my dad's side. So one year, everybody got BB guns or a shotgun for Christmas. It was some sort of gun. And they went outside and they were all target practicing with cans, and I got a Barbie house. And I just remember thinking, you know what? This is perfect because they can be outside in the cold, whatever. And my only thought was, I wish I had brought a Barbie to actually play in the dollhouse, but instead I would just walk my fingers around and just imagine how fun it was going to be when I got my dollhouse home that I could introduce all my Barbies to their new house. We had totes. My mom still has totes full of Barbies and toys and Bratz and American Girl dolls and Polly Pockets. We had all the things, okay? We had them all. And my biggest complaint when we, because I come from a blended family, I have, instant siblings. And I just remember complaining to my mom and saying, you know what, they keep taking all the clothes off my Barbies and it annoyed me so much. My mom hot glued their shoes on so that they wouldn't come off because I was like, they're losing my shoes, they're taking the purses out, all the things, right? And so my mom was like, you know what, I'm gonna fix this problem. I'm gonna glue their shoes on. I was like, defeats the whole purpose, mother. They're supposed to be interchangeable. Or sometimes they would mix and match the shoes on my Bratz. Now, if you didn't have a Brat, I know this is a podcast about Barbie, but you gotta introduce Bratz into it too. Bratz had their whole ankle come off. So the whole ankle would come off with the shoe. And if it was a strappy sandal and it came with Yasmin and Chloe do not have the same skin tone, and they would try to put Yasmin shoes on Chloe. And I was like, what? No, those are Yasmin shoes, okay? Chloe has her own shoes. Yasmin can have hers, right? So I was a very particular child, if you didn't know. I like to have things very strategic and put out, okay, that's my personality, I don't know. So I loved all the clothes and all the Barbies and the fashion. I actually remember, so I got a digital camera when I was I don't know, pretty young. And I remember taking still life photos of my Barbies in different situations. So I'd bring out my camera and take a photo of them as they're at the dining room table having dinner. I remember having this fake spaghetti, and the little spaghetti noodles would come in and out of the pot. It was very fun, okay? I had a fun childhood, that's all I have to say. I also love Disney. And I remember I must have been being super, super bratty because my mom was listen, I will buy you these Barbies, but you're going to have to be nice to your siblings. remember this so vividly. We were in like this Disney store at the mall, and they had rows and rows of Disney princess Barbies. I was like, yes, Mom, I will be nice to my siblings, but I want 2 Barbies. I want Ariel and I want Cinderella. Those were my favorite girls. And so I got Cinderella and Ariel Barbies, but I also had another set of Barbies that were Disney princess, but like kind of like a different brand, if you know what I'm saying. So they were a little different, but it was so much fun. And then I remember putting like lotion in my Ariel Barbie's hair on accident. It did not end up well for Ariel. But I loved Barbies. I grew up with playing dress up. Like we had this like I don't know, pop-up tent, I guess. Like you could fold them down into a circle, or they'd pop up like in this tent. It was very easy to put together. There was like no poles. It was just like this like I'm trying to think of what they compare to, but you would like twist them down, kind of like a fold-up van. No, if you don't know what kind I'm talking about, then it's not going to hit with you. But if you do know what I'm talking about, these were like these little houses, these little like pop-up tents, but it wasn't like a real tent. It was a tent that you could like fold down and like go into a circle. You put it in a bag. It was very cool. But we had like a princess one, and we had wigs, like, and we would play Barbies and tea and all these things. Like we would have the plastic shoes. Oh my gosh, if you have seen the commercials for the Barbie movie, you've seen the iconic Margot Robbie stepping out of those like plastic shoes, and like her feet are like curved, right? I had those shoes. We all had those shoes, but there's a meme going around. It's like, if you, this was such a mess for Barbie, you should have like worn the, like you could have done a partnership with like Louboutin or any other like high fashion shoe to like do the scene, but you didn't. That was a total mess. And people are saying, no. This was for the girls who got their first pair of heels. They're plastic, they have sparkles all over them, and then this fake rhinestone in the middle with boa, like a little feathery boa on the side. Like, that's iconic. I had those shoes. I remember stomping around in those things. It was so much fun. And I feel like this Barbie movie is just a rebirth for all things girly. Sometimes I feel like I need to fit in a box of being this boss bitch girl who needs to be so on top of her things, and also like in the, like a man's world, right? Like you have to do all these things, and you can't be feminine because you don't want to look lesser to your coworkers or something, right? Like I remember thinking when I was in like more corporate America, thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to plan a pregnancy? And my plans have changed for like the trajectory of my career, because obviously I don't work there anymore. But I was thinking to myself, how am I going to get like this position, this promotion that I want, if I'm gonna have to take 9 months off, not 9 months off, like I'm gonna be 9 months pregnant, and then after I have the baby, then I'm gonna have to have like time off, and then your focus shifts. And that is awesome because you're a mother, you have a baby, like of course your focus is gonna switch. And I just thought to myself, oh my gosh, like nobody's gonna take me seriously if I have a child. And that is not the way that you should be thinking, right? Like I should have never had that thought, but here I was like, oh my gosh, like it's gonna be really hard if I want to like pursue this and also have a baby, and like it's gonna follow me, like, right? Like these thoughts are not like, those aren't natural thoughts. I remember like as a kid thinking, oh, like I can do whatever, I can bounce whatever. And that's because I had strong women in my life. My mom literally bounced a lot. Like she raised all of us kids, and then she went out and she had her successes and what she wanted to do. And I was just thinking, oh my gosh, like I could do that. I could do whatever. And then like as an adult, I was like, how am I going to balance this? And I just feel like there's been a lack of like being in your feminine and just like, it's okay to wear pink, and it's okay to want these like girly things that are surface level, but they're also so deep in the same way, right? Like, if you listen to Monday's episode, I talked about like scheduling fun things in my calendar because they make me happy and because they like give myself a little bit of self-care, right? And so I really think Barbie has came at like the most perfect time to remind us of all like who we are, right? And that it's okay to have fun, and it's okay to be a Barbie in a Barbie world, and things just magically happen for us. But Barbie was an astronaut, she was a doctor, she was a mother, she was a teacher, right? Like Malibu Barbie and Beach Barbie and Teacher Barbie and Vet Barbie. Like, I had multiple Barbies that all had careers, right? Like, you are allowed to do whatever you want. And I just think that this is the perfect reminder for us in our lives to go out and try and do, and still do it in the way that we love, right? Like, I have a notes app in my phone, and it's a list of movies. Let me think of what I named it, because it's honestly, I try to keep this in my notes. It's Soothing Movies of My Youth. And this has movies like Princess Diaries, Parent Trap, Legally Blonde, like all the movies that have a strong role, a strong woman, right, in the role of the lead, right? And she usually, right, Parent Trap, a little different. Okay, there's a ton of these on this list. But these are the women who are still so in touch with their like feminine energy, and it doesn't matter if they, like Miss Congeniality, like she at first was a little stubborn. If you can think of like Miss Congeniality, if you've ever seen that, she was a little stubborn at first, right? Like, she is a police officer or a detective or whatever she was, and she is in a man's world, and she feels like she has to stamp out her feminine energy, and she has to be on, and she has to be doing these things because that's what the other men are doing, and she wants to be taken seriously in her role. And so at first she thinks that when she enters in this pageant that it's kind of like ditzy. She's like, oh my gosh, like this is so surface level. But really, like, pageants take a lot of energy and they take a lot of effort, and you have to be charismatic and you have to hold yourself well, right? And so she slowly learns that there is power in being feminine, and there's power into like leaning into the side that she's never leaned in before. And if you watch Miss Congeniality 2, she is still like this super boss lady, but she has her hair done, she gets blowouts, she has her manicure done, and when she tries to go back into the workforce, people are like, no, honey, you're a spokeswoman now. Like, you can't be in the force. And she's like, absolutely not. She's going to crack the case. She's going to do the things, because you can have the pink, and you can have the fun shoes, and you can have the fun outfits and the fun hair, and you can take time on your makeup, and you can do all these things, and you can still succeed in your career, and you can still do things that are really powerful and amazing. I just read Christine Quinn's book. I just finished it. Amazon was having a little bit of a sale. It was like $5. If you listen to previous episodes, you know that like Rooster and Rowdy chewed one up, and then I bought another one, and then my aunt bought another one. So I had like 3 of these things. But I just finished it, and Christine, she goes in to say like, her aesthetic is like this, dominatrix Barbie. And she's like, I love to just have my long hair. And she's like, and it's so blonde and it's so beautiful. And she likes to have her little outfits, and that's her power. And she like sells real estate, and she's started an app, I'm pretty sure. And she's sold tons of books, like done all these things that are truly amazing and awesome. And she is girly while she does it, and she gets her hair done, and she has long eyelashes, right? And she has a red lip, and she is still working it in the ways that she can work it while being successful. And so women like this are just to show like you can be in all pink. You can have your makeup done. You can be as glamorous as you want, or maybe it's just a swipe of mascara. Maybe it's an outfit that just makes you feel totally good about yourself, and it's not like, maybe it's not like Christine Quinn. Maybe it's not like Barbie. Maybe it's not like all of the things, but you feel super good in it, and you feel really, really confident, and you feel like, oh my gosh, I can conquer anything. That's still tapping into the Barbie energy. That's still tapping into being the main character, because Barbie is the main character. She does not allow anybody to tell her what to do, or she doesn't allow anybody to put a label on her, or and I have not seen the new movie yet, right? Like, I haven't seen it yet, but I will see it as soon as possible. I'm booking it, I'm going, I'm watching, and I will soak it all up, and I will love every minute of it. But Barbie, to me, has always been a successful woman. She has always played into her strengths, and she has not allowed anything to hold her back from what she chooses to do, or what she wants in this life, right? Like, she is a complete powerhouse, right? I love Barbie. I've always loved Barbie, and this has just been the perfect reminder for me that it's okay to be a high maintenance girly. I am high maintenance. I like being high maintenance. I get monthly facials. I have been lasered. I have Botox. I just got a massage last weekend. I have my teeth whitened. Like, I have all these things, and I like it a lot. I do. It makes me happy. It makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself. It makes me feel like a woman, and you are allowed to do the things that are going to make you totally happy and feel the most feminine in a way that is true to you and your soul. And I think this is a perfect reminder that we all have this power within us to choose the things that make us the most happy, and to wear the things that make us the most happy. And you are going to do you. Maybe you're not I think we're all a pink girl, just like inside, right? Like, we can wear blue, we can wear whatever color we want, as long as we feel the most powerful. But like, there is power in pink. Like, it's truly iconic. It's beautiful. It's stunning. And I think this is great to implement a little bit of Barbie every single day, a little bit of high maintenance, a little bit of grit, a little bit of determination, that no matter what is thrown at you or what is gonna have to go on in your day, you can conquer it, you can do it, you can be a vet, you can be a doctor, you can be an astronaut, you can be whatever you want to be. You have the power to choose it, and you can do it in a way that feels good to you, and you can wear what you want. There's a woman on TikTok, I see her all the time, she's a lawyer, I forget her handle right now, but she wears pink every day. She's like, this is my Legally Blonde moment. You know, she is platinum blonde. She wears a fun pink outfit every single day, and she does not care that her colleagues or her opponents are wearing black and they're kind of stuffy, and they wear, you know, like they're men in suits. She's like, I'm gonna wear my pink, and it's your problem if you don't take me seriously. And I think that's so true. Some people underestimate you when you dress up, when you wear something fun, when you wear pink. Like, underestimate me, okay? Oh my gosh. Underestimate me, okay? I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna prove to you, actually, I'm not even proving to you, because you're irrelevant, and I'm not even thinking about your opinion. But when you follow my story, when you follow what I'm doing, you're gonna think, oh my gosh, I never knew that for Logan. Oh my gosh, like, I didn't even know that she had like these goals, these aspirations, and here she is killing it. Like, underestimate me. I think people underestimate Barbie. I think people underestimate women in general. So go ahead, underestimate me. Think it's silly that I'm wearing pink. Think it's silly that I schedule my little Starbucks run, or stack my schedule and do the things that make me happy. Like, go ahead, underestimate me. I guarantee you I'm more happy than, you know, whoever the person who is tearing me down or thinking that I don't have it together, whatever. Like, that's okay. You stay in your lane, you be unhappy, you tear other women down, you do whatever, okay? Like, I get it. You have that person in your life, I'm sure you do, who is always nagging you or thinking that you're silly or thinking that you are not that girl, right? But you are that girl. You are those things. So I think Barbie has came out at the perfect time. I cannot wait to watch it. I think it's going to be absolutely iconic. And I think this trend is going to stay around for a while. I think we're going to see more and more pink. We're going to see more and more Barbie-esque in our life for, who knows, the next couple of years. This is Barbie's like, what is it, rebrand? I love it. And I love Margot Robbie. I've loved her in all her films. She's just so great. And I think some people were saying that she was like not right for the role, but I think honestly, like, I think she's been perfect for the role. So I can't wait to watch it. Tell me what you think about the Barbie movie. Send me, you know, the DMs, send me everything. I want to hear your thoughts about the Barbie movie, how you're implementing a little bit of Barbie in your life. And I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you're on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and a thumbs up. And if you're listening on a podcast app such as Spotify or Apple Music, wherever, be sure to send it to a friend who might have lost a little bit of her sparkle or her pink, or maybe who's just a Barbie fanatic. So thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!